Hey guys, today I actually wanted to talk about spirit vessels and how to make them in a Luciferian context. And this is from Michael Ford. I actually made 2 of them last year. Okay, first you want to start out with the Binding of Shadows, which is a Luciferian banishing ritual. A lot of pagans and Wiccans and witches and so on and so forth will be familiar with the lesser ritual of the banishing pentagram. I think I said that right. So basically you want to start out, I'm going to go ahead and just give you an example, like my ancestor vessel. Go ahead, find something, something creative, nice, that represents your ancestors, or whichever spirit you are going to bind into your vessel. I don't really bind them, my ancestors. So you have your vessel. Wash it, let it set for 3 days outside in the sun. Once that's all done and good, you're going to want to cleanse it with some sage or just some salt water, just to kind of get rid of any negative shit. Okay, once that's all done, you have your vessel, it's clean. Go ahead and start writing. On the top of mine, I actually put one of the sigils for King Solomon. On the flip side of it, I have some sigils and just different symbols for like the dead, little skulls. On the outside, I put different little symbols to kind of represent, the dead. The inside, well, I'll get to that here in a minute, but so once you have your vessel, you're going to need just a little bit of cemetery dirt, regular dirt too. Any kind of paints or crafts or, just any regular stuff to get the vessel going. You're going to need a triangle of manifestation. They say an nganga is only made by a paleo or whatever priest, voodoo priest. I don't believe that, so whatever. I made my own. It's my necromancy one, and it is made out of chicken bone. I don't have access to human bones, so big shocker there. So once you have all your stuff together, you go ahead and silence, and you close your eyes, and you envision a giant astral energy coming up from your root chakra all the way to your crown chakra. This rite is described by Coven Malefica. It's based within the Gathering of Shadows, the elementals formed in magical workings to actually protect the physical and spiritual body from attack. So, with that as your intent, raise that energy. I didn't have actual bones on hand when I started. I had a tiny, resin skull. So you start with placing your little resin skull, or your bone, if you have an actual bone, plus place it in your vessel. And this is after you have relaxed and you've focused on what you want to make your vessel for. So this is where it gets kind of fun and creative, because you can kind of go out of context here. So what you do is you take here, I have a little tiny skull and some other objects, just cemetery dirt and stones and things from the cemetery. A blue jay feather, a rosary from my grandma, and just different things inside. So you can go ahead and just throw all that in there. Not literally throw it, but get it all situated. So after that, you want to take just a little bit of your cemetery dirt and sprinkle it on top of your either whatever you have chosen to represent your ancestors or whatever spirit for your vessel. I have my little resin skull, so I just took a prick of the left finger and put it on top of that too. You also need your wand, so I don't know how many use a wand. I use my left hand. Do the banishing, the Luciferian banishing ritual. And then after that, you create the circle of the dead. And for that, you put on your altar a pre-created nganga. It should be with you. Yeah, here it says creation of ngangas include the use of human and animal bones, called a fetish. So that I just used my resin skull. Worked perfect. Yes, I'm reading from my book. So yeah, after that, after you've done that, you want to take your wand and you actually want to encircle your vessel 3 times, and then you'll go ahead and you will say the incantation that actually summons the dead from their spaces. Yeah, this sounds kind of confusing, so I'm gonna actually blog all this. But what I do and what I did was, in my meditative state, I put it on the triangle of manifestation, and you just you visualize in the astral, actually astral project, you visualize, you go into the astral, and you talk, to your ancestors, to your spirits, tell them what you want, what the working's for, and just tell them that this is a place, that they can come and they can rest, and it's almost like having an urn, but it is an awesome, completely awesome little working, and I really, really, really like it, and I've used it like 4 or 5 times. I've also created a vessel for Azazel. And yeah, I know they do look very Afro-Caribbean, but they are not. This is Luciferian. So yeah, and then when you actually sleep, the shades actually feed off your astral body so that they get, they stay strong. So once you are done creating your vessel, as you sleep, like I said before, the shades will feed on your astral body to stay strong and nourished, and then when you wake up, they detach from your body. So there's really no way of them to, actually harm you or, become something harmful like a psychic parasite or whatnot. So yeah, the actual circle of the dead, the actual incantation, when you're taking your wand and you're circling it, just keep circling your vessel. Have your vessel on your triangle of manifestation, or the triangle of art, which is what it's called. you're gonna say, I summon the mighty dead from the spaces of silence from which the grave cradles. I give you life by blood and by soil, by the essence of my being. Emerge from your sleep's death and encircle my being, protecting my body as I dream and walk the web of night. As Thanatos, I require your service, for we are bound by laws of death. And that's pretty much it. I've created, like I said, I've created about 5. I've trapped spirits, ones that I've created with too much sexual energy. Happens. Too much of that can create things. And then you have to go through the process of trying to figure out their sigils and how to actually get them into a vessel, and it's just a clusterfuck. But I mean, that's it. It's a very simple ritual. A lot of astral work, a lot of focus, intent. Don't try to trap your ancestors. Nobody wants to be trapped in a bottle. Trapping a demon, something that's terrorizing your home, your family, that's something you want to trap. Anybody can find these rituals online, anywhere. I bought the books. But again, I will blog all of this because I'm watching it back myself, and it's all over the place. It's kind of hard to put it in an outline. But yeah, they actually, for about the first 2 weeks, I had created my Azazel vessel. I was sleeping in a lot, and that could be due to the fact that, I was not in my right state of mind. But I had broken my wrist, so I was on some heavy-duty pain medicine. And that's when I created all these. But yeah, don't use alternative things to put you in a meditative state. Get there naturally. That's the best way. Practice. It's taken me almost 20 years to get to where I am in my spiritual practices, which seems like a really long time, but it actually flies by. So yeah, just don't take no shortcuts. Don't do any drugs to help induce astral projection. Be safe, be careful, research, and know what you're doing first. But again, I'll blog all this for you guys, and everybody that's watching, all my love. Thank you so much. You are all so fucking rad. And I hope you guys find this useful. They really, really, really work for me. Really good. So, yeah. Alright, you guys. Well, thank you so much again for watching and listening to me. Thank you, guys.